2, 3, 4. So I've seen a lot of questions lately about using the Headrush Pedalboard or Gigboard for home recording, and I thought it was finally time to show you how I have it set up and all the ins and outs of routing. So let's go ahead and look at the screen here. First of all, you need to be in global settings. I am using the Headrush Gigboard because I have it here all the time on my desk. And it's pretty much what I use for when I'm recording guitar or bass for a client here in the studio. I do want to preface that I mainly use the outputs of the Gigboard into my PreSonus Studio Live mixing board, which is my interface here in the studio. And it's a fine setup. It allows me to have all these other faders over here to control other things. But if you're just at home and you have a simple computer and you already have the Gigboard and you don't want to buy another audio interface, then the Gigboard is just fine for laying down quick ideas. And mind you, you're not going to be using microphones with this thing to record vocals or drums or any other external source, but you are able to lay down tracks just using the Gigboard for electric guitar, bass. Even if you want to plug in an acoustic guitar, that'd be fine as well. So let's go ahead and look at the global settings and see what we need to do here. I always run my sessions at 44.1, so that's the selection I have made. Let's go ahead and turn that off so you can see what we have available here. So we have 44.1, 48, and 96. So I always just go for 44.1. It makes it simple. And really all you have to do is just run your USB cable into your computer and click on. And it's going to say connecting USB audio. It's going to be red for a moment and then it'll turn green. Now we do have 3 different modes. We have live mode, DAW mode, and reamp. So let's go ahead and go to the screen and I'll show you how I set up the tracks for the intro music. So I am using Reaper, and you want to go to options and preferences, and under audio device, we also have MIDI devices and other things as well, but under device we have all these audio inputs available. I usually have the Studio Live 16 selected, but for now I'm going to select the Headrush Gigboard. I'm going to hit apply and then hit OK. So what that's going to allow me to do is use my master volume to control the overall volume output of the speakers. I am using a TRS to dual mono TS cable out of the headphones on the back of the Gigboard. And that's going into my PreSonus monitor station because I didn't really want to unhook my speakers in the way I usually have it set up. But for you at home, just take the cables from your speakers, plug it into the left and right outputs of the Headrush Gigboard, and you'll be good to go on that. So in live mode, that allows me to hear back my guitar sound or bass sound in real time with 0 latency. Alright, so let's go ahead and hear a sound I have called up here on the Gigboard. But let's say I go over to DAW mode And now I start playing. Okay, you notice in DAW mode you can't hear your guitar unless you go to a track that is armed. I'm going to select this little speaker up here that says record monitoring. I'm going to select that on. And now we should be able to hear our guitar. Notice there is a delay in the sound because I'm basically saying that by the time I strike the strings, the sound has to go in through the gig board and then back out of the speakers, and that does take a certain amount of time. So when you're wanting to hear your actual guitar, you want to have it in live mode. And then if you just want to be listening back to what you've already recorded, it's okay to have it in DAW mode. Alright, so let's go ahead and listen to what we've done here. Alright, let's solo the dry signal. So you can see that I recorded a wet signal and a dry signal at the same time. Alright, very good. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a new track, and I'm going to call this Reamp. Alright, now let's make sure we go to Reamp. And I'm going to be setting the input to front left because I just want it to be mono. And then the output is going to be front and center, low frequency effects. And let's see what happens here if we press record. Alright, so let's stop that and then let's listen back to just this track. Alright, so let's actually play the rig and see what it sounds like. And let's turn on the black op. And let's turn on some reverb. Alright, let's see what happens if we keep recording here. So we're going to go back to global settings and reamp. And let's just start from here and have a different sound. Alright, let's stop it and let's start here. And let's have an even differenter sound. More different sound. Alright, here we go. Alright, cool. So now let's listen to it, and we're going to hear the transition from clean, the dirty, to more dirty, and with some more effects. Let's listen one more time in DAW mode. Cool. Alright, so there you go. That is how to set up your Headrush pedalboard or gigboard for direct recording at home on your own personal computer, whether it be Windows or Mac. And just keep in mind that you do need to go to the headrusheffects.com website and download the Windows driver if you're using a Windows unit. But if you're using a Mac, you don't have to download a special driver. You should just be able to take a regular USB, plug it into your computer USB port, and then turn on the USB audio, and you should be good to go. So if you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But until next time, I'm Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.